What's up, everyone? It is Thursday, the 27th of August. The clip you're about to see was filmed last night on the 26th of August. I'm happy I didn't publish the video this morning because just this afternoon I found out that 44 students were quarantined because of a positive case of COVID in one of the big science classes on campus. This is exactly what I predicted last night in my video, and I could only see it getting worse from here. I've seen spotty mask wear everywhere. I walked into an office earlier this afternoon to get some info, and there was a school administrator and a student sitting right next to each other talking without masks on. When I walked in the room, they put their masks on. I don't know if there was some magical pact between them that prevents the spread of COVID. I'm not sure. I'm all for friends not wearing masks, but we're all supposed to wear masks in school, but it seems like that doesn't apply to everyone. There's been some incidents around campus where people aren't wearing their masks fully while walking completely alone. And then there's sports players that are practicing again and they're very close to each other and they're not wearing masks. So you have people being lambasted for not wearing masks and outside with no one within 100 yards of them. And then you have sports players getting really close without masks on. So I'm not sure if COVID does not affect those people practicing sports, but it does affect those people that are 100 yards away from someone not wearing a mask. It doesn't make sense. Nothing is consistent here. And these cases are going to continue to bloom, and they're just going to turn into a fire. So enjoy the rest of the video, but I just wanted to give you that update. Again, 44 students quarantined as of this morning because of one student testing positive in one of the big science classes on campus. I will be making more COVID videos as the days progress, and I'm going to do a video on how it is just being in class with masks on and dealing with all the hysteria and hype surrounding COVID. It's ridiculous, and I do wish COVID did not happen. I'll see you guys soon. I forgot to add that I also found out about 3 more COVID cases related to the university this afternoon. So that's 4 new cases that I've heard of since I filmed the second part of this video last night. What's up, everyone? This is Vigo Bowman here. I wanted to talk about COVID on college campuses today. I go to school at Adams State University in Alamosa, Colorado. It's a very small school in southern Colorado, but we're a college campus like others in the United States. Some college campuses are closed down this fall because of the coronavirus, and some others are open. And a lot of that is due to what people are saying is a cash grab. These schools want to continue to take in funds so that schools stay open. And that is a concern here at Adams State. We are a very small school. The enrollment is kind of low. So I could see the schools thinking on why it might need to take in money, but at the same time, I'm not sure it's the best idea. And because our student population is so small, and because students are so focused on sports or academics here, there's not much room for students to be angry or really think about why we're in school or should we be in school. So that's really why I wanted to make this video. My experience with COVID here has been very inconsistent, and even though the school likes to think they're putting out a lot of information about COVID, it really isn't. There are cases of COVID on the campus. There's some sports players that have been diagnosed with COVID. One of my neighbors was diagnosed with COVID. I had COVID this summer. Some other people I know within the school that work here on campus have had COVID or have COVID now, and we're not being told that. And we were told that things were going to be transparent this fall, but they have not been transparent. And things are very inconsistent as far as what types of masks you should wear and social distancing, and I want to talk about that really quick now. In most of the classrooms here on campus, you could wear whatever you want as long as you have a face covering, bandanas, whatever type of mask you want. And in the science department, and those are usually people that know about viruses and infection, you have to wear a specific type of mask. And I applaud that. Thank you, science department. That is what we need to do. But in other classes, you could wear bandanas. So there's no consistency. So some students have to wear good masks and some students can wear whatever the fuck they want. And that's not good. And then we get to social distancing. It's not been consistent. In some classrooms, in some buildings, like the theater building, they have a very good social distancing standards there. No one's really getting close. The exits and entrances are a little weird in that building, but everything seems to be working well. Everyone's wearing a face covering, if not a good mask. So I think it's working out okay in that building. But been in other buildings, even the science building, students are getting close together in the hallways. There's lines for bathrooms. People are getting close. And this past weekend, so 3 days ago, there was an orientation session for new students. And there was a big picture on the football field here at the school, and they were getting way too close. I was watching, and they were just getting way too close. And I saw groups go through campus as I was walking one of my friend's dogs, and they were close together. And some of them weren't wearing masks. So I'm not sure what that tells you. We're brought back to school, but things are not consistent, and they're not safe right now. And I'm just scared that school's going to end again, and people are going to go home or have to stay here in Alamosa, and they're not going to have a great time, and they're not going to get amazing grades because of COVID. So I just wanted to give an update right now on COVID and what's going on, and I will give further updates in the future. There's someone outside. I will give further updates in the future about COVID and my experience on campus with COVID. But I just wanted to share my concerns and just the inconsistencies at the school. And I'm just wondering if the school is just doing the opening for money and not for student safety and well-being. Because if we do have to go home, it's going to disrupt people's lives. It's going to disrupt my life. People aren't going to get the grades they could have in person, or the grades they could have if they were consistently online instead of in class, because it puts a great stress on professors and teachers. I know that because a lot of them have told me they're not used to online, but when they had to transition from the classroom to online, that puts a lot of stress on them, and they have to change their lesson plans and the way they do business on a daily basis, the way they teach on a daily basis. So it really just puts stress on the students, the teachers, and the whole system in general. And it's not necessary. The stress is not necessary. We should not be in school this fall if we're going to just stop and go home or stop and go online. It's not a necessary risk. Many schools in the country are not going to school this semester. I'm not sure why we are. Thank you, and there will be future videos on this topic. Good night.